Yo. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on, good people? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday. Happy, thankful, thriving, therapeutic Thursday. What a day it has been. What a day it has been. It has been a day. It has definitely been a day. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a long day. Um, some unexpected blessings today. Feeling real good at this moment, feeling strong physically. Forgot to weigh myself today, but I would assume I'm at about 183, right? Dropping about a pound every other day or so, give or take, right? Which is really good. I'm really proud of myself. I'm definitely getting stronger physically, still doing push ups, pull ups, ab rollers, resistance bands. My stretches are getting easier. I'm definitely getting more flexible. I'm getting closer and closer to being able to do the hip bend and touch the floor. I've never been able to touch the floor. Man, never been able to lean forward, touch my toes, man. So I'm excited to be that flexible. My collar, I'm slimming down, man. My collar is like before when it was a little too snug. Now it's a little loose, right? But it's all good, man, because spring is here. Summer gonna be here. We're gonna get some clothes that fit better, and then we're gonna maintain this shit, man. We're gonna maintain a healthy 180 to 185, super healthy, super fit, right? That's the goal, to maintain 180 to 185, right? And then the goal might change as we continue to age. It might go to 175 because that I was 175 when I was playing football as a teen, and that was my weight, man. I was fast, I was quick, I was nimble, right? 175 was good. Then of course as I aged like 180, 185, but then went to prison. I just went up to 230, 230 something, right? And since I came home and through all of the different iterations of me, I've been at different stages for a while. I was at 195 for a while, 200 and something for a while, back and forth, a little bit up, a little bit down. And then when I started doing the long term fasting, I would go down, right, to 160 some, and then back up, right, because I wouldn't maintain the discipline, right, of the not eating late night, of the eating less freaking processed shit, eating less freaking sugary shit, right? Like I love cookies, I love ice cream, and all of those things, cake and all of the shit, pasta, rice, and bread, and all of the shit that breaks down the sugar, that sticks and that's fat, right? So this time, we're more committed than we've ever been, right? 2024, I showed myself some extreme discipline after doing a 40-day fast, coconut water fast. I was able to do 77 days of fruits, nuts, and seeds. Right, we did like the first 10 days was just fruits, and then we incorporated nuts and seeds, cashews, raisins, almonds, pecans, walnuts. We did that for a while. And then we incorporated sesame sticks and peanut butter pretzels. We ate that shit for 77 days, and I was happy. I was fit. I would be satisfied, right? Eating fruit with that. And then you know, again, I was planning to eat cooked food again, but I just didn't maintain my discipline. So this time, and the discipline is I don't need to eat cooked food every day. Definitely much smaller portion sizes, and I'm gonna set a time where I'm not eating after this time, right? Like, and if for whatever reason I'm at an event and things run over or I'm not able to, I fasted. I could go to sleep, or I can have some fruit, right? I can have some fruit. I can have a little bit of nuts and seeds, right? But no cooked food past a certain time. I'm giving myself that grace, right? Yeah, that's me. Everybody's different. Everybody give themselves a different angle, a different limit, a different structure, right? But I'm gonna do what works for me, right? And everybody, I hope everybody does what works for them. That's the plan. Do what works for you, man. Right? Yeah. But yo, we here, man. Today is day 34. Day 34. Uh, day 34. 34 days in. We are literally getting close to the home stretch, man. Tomorrow's day 35. All right, I got 16 days left now. Tomorrow's day 35. Um, should be able to get the rest of the stuff in storage tomorrow. Saturday morning, the latest, and be outside Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, take a nap at my crib one final time. Just rest, meditate, breathe, burn some candles, burn some sage, give myself some space to grieve, right? Because that's the other thing that doing this hunger strike, right? All of the family shit. This is a grieving process of leaving that crib. It's there nearly 7 years, a lot of memories. Children's room, they not there. Got to pack up their shit, give it away, figure out what to keep. Right? It's been a tough process. It's been a tough process, but the process is pretty much complete. I'm emotionally stronger now. I needed this fast to power through. All right. Today we had court today. Pretty good court date, right? Family court. Got an attorney. Going to represent me going forward. And I'm gonna strive to get this shit dismissed, right? My ex-wife talking some shit, strive to get this shit dismissed, and then file some motions to enforce the divorce order because she is keeping my daughter away from me, right? Both children, but I only have a legal right to my daughter, and she needs to see me. I need to see her. We need to connect. We need to spend time, and all of that shit. So yeah, man. Today is my sister's transition date. Definitely gonna light some candles before I go to bed tonight. All right, both sisters transitioned today, April 16th, 98 and 2016. So definitely felt their spirit today, though, at different parts of the day. I was able to take Kimona to get some lunch, watch her eat. I'm living vicariously through her right now. All right, took her to Smile of the Beyond in Jamaica. She got a tofu scramble that looked absolutely amazing. She said it was good, but it could have been seasoned a little better. But she enjoyed it, right? She ate some there, took some, ate the rest. But it was good. I've been there once before. I had a meeting a couple of weeks ago. I was there, all right, and I just had a sandwich. Right, I was focused on chatting and talking and figuring out some stuff to go forward, right? Some strategy. So that was that. But yeah, it was exciting, man. My brother Sefu and Kimon came to court with me today. It was really good to have their support, their moral support. Um, I've been had their moral support to have them at court with me today, man. Was indeed a blessing that I'm super great. Yo, I'll be getting lost with this marriage shit, trying to just fix myself. My head is shrinking. I'm getting skinnier. All right, so the kufi's not fitting like it once was. But yeah, that was the day, man. That was the day. Um, Found some shit I was looking for while going through some bags at the crib. Shit I was looking for 4 or 5 years. Right, I was able to find today. But yeah, man, that was the day. That is the day. And tonight, we're going to talk about faith and spirituality. No, not faith and spirituality. Pardon me. Faith and transformation is what we're talking about tonight. Faith and transformation, and how important faith is to transformation. Right, in order to transform your life, like you gotta quote unquote believe what you may not be able to immediately see, right? Like I had to believe that I could become a better person. I had to believe that I could heal, and even deeper than belief, right? Like belief is cool, but children believe in the Easter Bunny, children believe in Santa Claus, right? And then they find out it's not true. So beliefs change. Knowing, I like to say, belief is for children, right? Knowing is for adults. So I had to know that if I set my compass, if I set a goal, if I set a desired direction, right, or desired destination, my GPS is going to lead me there. Right? I know that shit. Like I know that shit. So I don't even need to believe. I know. So that's what we're gonna get into tonight: faith and transformation. Before we go there, pull these notes up. Please do ground with me. Um, if you are sitting or laying, find a comfortable position. Allow your back to be straightened. Allow your arms to rest gently in your lap or by your side, whichever is more comfortable for you. Allow your head to lean forward so that your chin is in your chest. And if you are safe, allow your eyes to close ever so softly. Just become aware of your breathing. Become aware of that sacred, invisible friend that has always been with you, carrying you, guiding you, keeping you. Whether you were afraid, happy, sad, angry, your breath has been there. I like to say that if you can control your breathing, you can control your life. The more you breathe with intention, the more you live with intention. And intention is key to a healthy, fulfilled life. Intentional about who you hang with, intentional about what you eat, intentional about what you engage with on a daily basis, how you take care of yourself. Your breath is invisible, yet it is so powerful. Lack of it can lead to your demise. Irregular breath can cause illness. Not being aware can lead to sickness. So breathe into that. Just sit with your breath for a few more moments, allowing yourself to sink deeper and deeper into yourself, into the space that your body is currently occupying. Let's take one deep breath in through the nose, holding momentarily, and then out through the nose. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Remember that without your breath, you cease to exist. But with your breath, with life, literally, everything is possible. Take a deep breath into that. Hold, breathe out. So long as you breathe with intentionality and you breathe properly, there is nothing that you can't overcome. There is nothing that you cannot endure. There is nothing that you cannot accomplish. With awareness and intention. Let's take one last breath into that. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Thank you for grounding with me. Appreciate you all. When you are ready, slowly begin to open your eyes, move your toes, move your fingers, give yourself a neck roll. Come back to the space. Yo, 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 Starhawk, what's going on? KK, yo, Rosalie Springs, what's going on, my sister? What's the deal? Peace and love. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you here. Congratulations on all of the things. That baby is coming soon, right? You are doing a thing, building an incredible legacy for your children, for your family. Love to see you do your thing, my sister. I love watching you, right? Like show up every day and create and do all of the things. So thanks for taking the time to tune into Day 34 live stream tonight. Tonight we're talking about faith and transformation. If you know me, like I said in the post, you know that more than anything I rely on like my creativity, my intelligence, my charisma, my charm, my whatever it is that I rely on, my friends, my network, I rely on my motherfucking faith. That's all I got. Everything I've built, everything I've created literally began with faith. Transforming my life began with faith. I was the first person around me, right? Like that I knew personally in my family at all to be like, yo, right, we're not eating meat and dairy no more. We're going vegan, right? First person in my family to be like, all right, like Yeah, just completely changed my life, man. To completely change my life, completely transform my life. And it was faith, right? Like I had a vision and it was like, okay, take this step. I don't see the outcome, but I know that this step is going to lead somewhere. Even if it's pain, even if it's ridicule, even if it's heartache, whatever the case may be, it's going to lead me to someplace beautiful. And it sure fucking did. So that is tonight's topic. Faith and transformation, trusting the process you cannot always see. It said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The only way to get up the mountain, the only way to get to the top of the stairs is one step at a fucking time. One step. You don't always see the top of the mountain, right? You don't always see the top of the staircase. You don't always see the end result, but one step, and you trust that process, one foot in front of the other. That's how you get there. So, ask you, how do you keep going when you don't see results yet? When you are doing the work, but nothing seems to be changing. When it's quiet, when it's uncertain, when it's unclear, you don't know, like, it's you can't put a date on, like, all right, it's going to happen then. Right? And I love that the divine operates like that, because if we knew that a certain thing was going to happen at a certain time, a lot of us would be assholes. Right? Because, like, oh, well, I don't give a fuck because I'm going to get this money anyway at this time. Like, I'm going to get healed anyway at this date. Right? I'm going to get that crib. Shit going to work out for me at this day. So fuck you guys. It's like, nah, like, it's the when, right? The how is invisible. You just got to know your why. Right? Why are you doing this? Why do you need to have the faith? Why are you resting on the faith, in the faith? Right? That's what we're talking about, man. Because again, I've been doing the work for a very long time, and I've done some incredible work, and I've gotten some benefits, right? And I'm fulfilled. Like in my life, every day I go to sleep fulfilled, even though there's some things that's left undone, right? Even though there's some challenges, even though I'm fulfilled because I'm living my dreams every day. All I ever wanted to do was positively impact the world, and feel the love that comes from that, and I feel that shit from people messaging me, from childhood friends who going through some shit, who we might have been in the streets at the same time doing some crazy shit. They hit me up when they at 20 years later, 30 years later. Talked to one of my boys yesterday. 30 years ago, we were doing bad shit, right? As little kids, 11, 12, 13 years old, we was in the streets already doing bad shit. My life is completely transformed. He's on the path. He did some shit. He's mad at himself. He's pissed off. He's like, yo, everything I worked for, I made a decision. I'm throwing it away. But he's hit me and was like, yo, you're the only person that I felt would understand where I'm coming from. My hurt, my pain, my frustration. I can be honest with you because you come from where I come from. Now I'm watching you like impact the world. I'm watching you transform your life. That's the win, right? That's the win right there. It's impact and being able to receive my flowers. Right, being able to receive my flowers. My barber going through some shit. Long talk, it's like Sugar Ray. Like I cut a lot of people here. I don't talk to motherfuckers the way I talk to you, man. Like you just different, and like that's the win, right? And so yeah, man. Like, but I also know that there are other goals, right? Because I have big goals. Again, I want to build clinics. I want to build schools. I want to build housing. I want to build towns and communities. I want to build cities, right? Cities that's rooted in love. That's why the whole world healing system exists. Ultimately, to create better people that create better families, better communities, and literally better geographic locations where the expectation is that you succeed. The expectation is that you thrive. And if for whatever reason you fall off, you fall behind, the whole town is coming together. And we can have an intervention like, why is such and such failing in school? Why is such and such doesn't have enough food? Why is such and such not able to pay their bills? Because here, it's about thriving. It's about helping each person become their best self, right? So like, I'm not seeing all of those results economically, right? I'm seeing the results like grief group changing lives, right? Meditation with young people changing lives. The sliding scale farm stand, food distribution in Queensbridge changed lives. The art exhibits changed lives. From the ground up, outdoor poetry changed lives. Talk show changed lives. Book I wrote changed lives, right? I did a lot of shit that changed lives. So those are the results. Those are the fruits of my labor. And there are more fruit, right, that I would like to bear, that I'm going to bear, that's going to take this work to the next level. And so, yeah, how do I keep going when I don't see the results? I lock in on the mission and the vision, and I'm like, it has to happen. My faith is what gets me through, literally. My faith is what gets me through. So let's redefine faith, because a lot of people got a misunderstanding, if you ask me, about faith. Faith is not simply fucking belief. Again, belief changes. Belief changes. Children believe in the Easter Bunny. Children believe, right? Like adults, we believe. We believe in this, believe that somebody's gonna come out the sky, right? Like we believe. But faith is not just belief, it's trust. Faith is trust. Trust in the process, trust in your own growth, trust in what you're building. And that's all I fucking got. Again, I'm creative from all of this shit. But more than anything, I got faith. I trust deeply in the process of my becoming. I trust deeply in my own personal growth. And I trust wholeheartedly in what I am building. I know that it's needed. I know that it's necessary, even if more and more people continue to tell me, no, it's too big, it's too vast, it's too vague, it's too this, it's too that. I know that's going to work exactly as I need it to work. I trust the process. God wouldn't give me the vision if God ain't going to lead me to the motherfucking destination to bring that shit into fruition. You hear me? So faith is moving forward even when you don't see the full fucking path. Just keep going. Again, if you can make it another day, if you can make it another hour, another minute, another month, another year, just keep fucking going. Another breath. Just keep going. Something's on your heart, something's in your spirit, something's on your mind, and you want to bring it into fruition. You want to make that shit happen. Have faith, right? And again, it's not just have belief. No, trust. This shit is gonna work out. It has to work out. Why? Because I'm committed, right? I'm committed. I'm in alignment. I want this shit. Is in my heart, right? I see that people around me want this shit, so like it has to happen. So now this is the reality of transformation, because it doesn't always show up immediately. Right? It does not always show up immediately. You fall back. And that's one thing I told my boy yesterday when he called me, talking about how he tried to do his thing, got a trucking business, was changing his life, changed his life, and then things were tough, so made a decision to do some other shit. I fucked up. I threw it all away. I have to remind him that, because he was like, I said, you did do the right thing. You did the right thing for a long time, longer than you've ever done the right thing before. We're human. We fuck up. And again, that's the neuroscience, right? The brain always goes back to what's familiar, especially when things get uncomfortable. So I'm sure if he would have, in his business, gave it 6 months, and then he was like, nah, I ain't making no money, put a lot of money in, not getting a lot out. If he'd been making money, it would have been a different decision, right? But things get uncomfortable to test us and not to punish us, but okay, you still got room for growth. But that's brain shit. Right? The brain always wants to go back to what is comfortable, what it knows, even if what it knows is dangerous, even if what it knows is harmful, it always goes back, right? So sometimes progress is slow, results are invisible, and growth is internal. It happens inside before it happens outside. When your heart changes, and I know that, and this is how I know like where I'm going, because my growth has been, and again, it's been external, magazine covers, right? Fucking features. Every time I see my man Uptown, he's like, yo, you really was in Grand Central fucking Station, fucking billboards and shit. Like, that's the most epic shit I've ever seen. And he's seen a lot of epic shit, right? So I have had some external growth. But all of that shit comes from internal. Changing my mind, changing my heart, changing the frequency that I'm operating on, changing the fucking dial. Tuning out of that bullshit, tuning into this real shit, this love shit, this healing shit, right? This community shit, this family shit, this God shit. Tuning the fuck into a higher frequency. So that's old bars right there. Tuning into a motherfucking higher frequency. I want to spit a poem, but you can't. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, because I can go in. If you know me, you know I can go in. But we can stay focused on the motherfucking mission. But yeah, sometimes, man, progress is slow. My man said in the film, we did a film, my brother and I, a couple years back. Not Time Waits for No One. Less Fortunate. And the two chess players, the older dude said, sometimes change is slow. Sometimes change is slow. Progress is fucking slow. Results, you don't see them. It's like working out. The first fucking 30 days you go to the gym, you working out at home, you don't immediately see the results. Not the ones that you want, but what happens when you keep going and you stay consistent, and you stay disciplined, and you sustain that shit, eventually it's like, oh shit. Today I had my shirt off doing my work. I'm like, oh shit, this shit is really happening. Like my chest is tightening up, my fucking abs are really coming out. Like this shit is, I worked out every day. I may have missed 2-3 days, right, of this 34 days. But I got my steps in every day, 10,000 steps or more every single day. Right, I might have missed a couple of days, 2-3 days, maybe. Right, I don't know. I definitely missed like 2 days, maybe 3. Can't remember. Right, like a couple of weeks ago when I was going through it emotionally. I did not. I laid in the bed most days until I had to get my steps and get up and run. Right. But yeah, man, just because it's slow doesn't always mean that nothing is happening. I love the example of when you plant the seed, right? When you plant the seed in the soil, it's dark. You don't see anything happening above soil. And even if you put a microscope on a seed, you don't see anything happening immediately. But eventually, it's a crack, it's a crack, it's a crack. There's something sprouts, right? Seedling, it sprouts. And then it keeps growing, it keeps growing. Before you know it, it gains enough strength and it breaks through the earth. And then it becomes this fucking big ass tree. Just because you don't see the results doesn't mean nothing is happening. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't mean it's not working. It's working. I know my transformation. I know that my more positive mindset, my more loving approach to life. I know that I know it's working. I know it's working because I have faith. I trust that you put love out, you get love back. What you put out comes back. I know that. I know that like I know that. And so I'm not really worried about anything, even as it relates to my children. The reason why the reason why I'm able to be so calm, even when I'm frustrated and angry about the shit, is that I know that this shit will not last forever. I know that eventually, right, as long as I keep showing up and doing my part, right, as much as I can to get back with them, it's gonna happen. And this is gonna be unfortunate for the other party because the truth always comes to light. Goodness always prevails. Always prevails. And everybody who knows me, again, you could say I've been a piece of shit. You could say I've been this, but his heart is pure. His heart is pure. Right? So yeah, man, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not working. So now this is where most people quit, right? Because there's a gap. There is a gap. There's a gap between effort and visible results, right? It's a space there. You put in the work and you put in the work and you put in the work and you don't see the visible results. You don't see the visible, results yet. And so you stop because you don't see change. It's not happening fast enough. And that's been, I guess, for eternity, right? Specifically now with this instant gratification generation, right? Like internet has made things instant. And it's a beautiful thing, but it ain't always like that. You ain't gonna get the abs immediately. You ain't gonna lose the weight immediately. You ain't gonna get the income immediately. No. It's a space. It's your effort. You put it in the work. You put it in the work. You put it in the work. Don't ask when it's gonna happen. That's why you gotta fall in love with the process. Because when you fall in love with the process, you don't worry about when it's gonna happen. You just like, I'm doing this shit. I'm loving doing this shit. I'm loving who I'm becoming. Because who you become in the process is greater than the motherfucking goal. Truly, it's worth more because you get the goal, you could lose the goal, but who you became, you could get that shit back. If it's economic, if it's relationship, whatever it is, if you got it once and you lost it and you are still that same person, as long as you don't give up on yourself, you can get that same shit back tenfold. God giveth, God taketh away, and God replaceth. 100% factual. But that's what most people quit. Most people quit in that gap, that space. You put in the work in and it's not happening the way you think it should, right? And so they stop. They don't see the change fast enough. And so we talk about faith. Faith is what carries you through that gap, knowing, trusting the process, trusting that it is working out, trusting that it's going to happen at a divine time, right? We spoke this morning, that's our daily, divine timing and divine alignment. It's always I'll be getting tongue tied, man. Like talking a lot and not eating, even if I'm drinking, is a lot, all right? But faith, right? Having that faith, like I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know I'm trusting the process, trusting your process, knowing that your process is different from somebody else's process. But you got it. Oh, you popping. Oh, you lit. Okay, she over there busting it down. Got the cookies and cream ice cream with the pumpkin cobbler. Can't wait to eat that. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Yo, I can't wait, guys. We're gonna have a feast. First, we're gonna have a fruit feast. Yeah. Right? We have a fruit feast in the park. We're gonna invite everybody, whoever want to come through, eat some fruit with us, bring some fruit, listen to some music, eat, play some games, right? Because we're gonna be in May. Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful spring and summer, man. We got a lot of work to do, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. All right. But anyway, back to the topic. She came in all slow, eating. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because she was supposed to be eating popcorn. So I'm making popcorn. And then she came in, but you came in with something else. That wasn't on the menu initially. Anyway, faith is what gets you through that shit, man. Right? Faith is what carries you through when it's not happening fast enough. Again, just one more day. I know that it has to happen. I know that, again, God gave me the vision. God done brought me this far. God ain't gonna leave me now. Gotta keep going. Somebody said, damn, that's discipline. Yeah, listen, I made the plantains for yesterday, right? I ain't even licked my fingers, right? Last week I cooked for, made some fucking pasta for it. That looked fucking amazing. Sauteed some mushrooms and some garlic mushrooms and broccoli, garlic butter mushrooms and broccoli for, you know what I mean? Fed it to her a little bit, you know what I mean? Didn't even lick my fingers, not even a thought of it. Like, one thing about me, when we talk about discipline early on in these episodes, right? When I was really put my mind to something, I'm doing that shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, especially if it's tied to, again, a result that I'm looking towards, right? Looking for. Like, this fast is directly tied to more discipline. So I gotta have more discipline. And there are other situations within this that, like, I haven't been as disciplined. But my biggest thing is food, right? That is my biggest thing. My biggest challenge now is food. It's no longer sex. It's definitely not alcohol. It's not weed, right? It's not shopping, right? It's not any of the other things that used to have me in the fucking chokehold. Shopping had me in the chokehold, right? Sex used to have me in the chokehold. Drinking had me in the chokehold. Smoking weed had me in the chokehold. None of those things have me in the chokehold no more. The only thing that had me in the chokehold in the last few years has been food. And so I'm like, okay, food is the one thing, right? Like, and I didn't smoke weed either during this time, right? But it was food. It was, I need to not eat so that I can feel the sacrifice. I can feel the pain of not eating for 50 fucking days. And when I do get back to eating, I remember what this shit feels like. I never want to do it again. So let me maintain my discipline, right? Maintain my discipline. Intermittent fasting, I eat from this time to this time, right? Short, smaller portion sizes, right? And if I do have to have something after the time that's allowed for myself, it's fruit or water, right? Something real simple, real light. It's not a whole fruit platter, right? Because if I've been out all day and I ain't eat yet, how fast I can just not eat. If I do want to eat something, if it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know what? Got a little taste for something. Get a handful of cashews and some watermelon, and I'm good. I don't need a whole fucking cashew bowl like I used to have with fucking hummus and all this shit. 3 different hummuses and fucking guacamole. I don't need to have all that shit. Now I'm full, and now I ate too much, and now I go to bed, and now I'm not really resting. My body's digesting shit. No, I'm not doing that anymore. All right. But let's get back to the said. Do you remember which day was your toughest? You going on an interview question, sister? We can definitely talk about that. Definitely message me. I can definitely tell you which day was my toughest. We can definitely talk about that. Let's get through these notes. I appreciate your engagement for sure. Faith in action. Faith is not passive. It's not just fucking believing and waiting and wishing on a fucking star, which again, there are systems in place that have got the majority of humanity to think that's what faith is. Oh, I'm having faith. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the right partner, the right wife, the right husband. I hope I hit the lotto. People really, they don't, they like, they just really hope that they hit the lotto. Like, and some people don't even really play it like that to hope that they hit it. Right? Like, they hope, they wish, their faith, right? Law of attraction has fucked some people up because it's very real. What you think you attract, but sitting on your ass and thinking. No, faith without works is dead. So faith plus action. Faith is believing, right, or knowing and trusting, and still showing up every fucking day to do the work. So you plant a seed. Don't have faith that you just planted it and it's gonna fucking grow. Shit gonna die. You're gonna be mad. No, plant it. And don't stand by it looking like, oh, when is it going to grow? When is it going to grow? No, come every day and water it. Every day and water it. Every day and water it. Make sure the soil is clean. Make sure ain't no bugs getting it, right? You need the bugs, right? But make sure ain't no critters eating that shit, right? Make sure ain't nothing damaging, right? So believing, knowing, trusting, and showing up every day to do the fucking work. Because faith without action is waiting. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're wishing on a star that's going to pass you by, fly high over your head, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, God don't love me. I can't believe God did this to me. They're going to be fucking crying. Cry me a fucking river, man. Faith with action is transformation. Have faith and put the work in every single day and know that even when you don't see the results on the outside, just like planting a seed, you don't see the results above ground immediately, right? You see it in yourself. You know that you change by how you respond differently to situations. You know you change by how you think differently about a situation or about a person. You know that you change because your disciplines are changing. Waking up a little earlier, going to bed a little earlier. You're not doing the same shit that you used to do. You're not hanging around the same people that you used to hang around. Not going to the same place that you used to go to. You know that's change. That's transformation. That is evidence of that shit working. So keep faith a little bit longer and keep working. And then you'll begin to see it on the outside. People will start noticing, yo, you change. Yo, I really love this person that you are. Wow, your energy. Listen, do you know that probably everybody in my life right now, people who I knew a long time and people who I just met will tell me they love my energy. I love your energy. It's so attractive. It's so magnetic. I love being around you. That was not always the case. People hated being around me, man. My energy, and I remember I hated being around me. My energy was trash at a point in my life, man. I was miserable. I was depressed. I was grumpy and grouchy. And what's crazy is that even when I was that way, I still had high energy, right? But I had an I don't give a fuck attitude. So like people love being around me, but I will push people away, right? I will push people away. Now I embrace love. It's love, right? It's love. It's love. It's love. It's love, man. It's love. That's evidence. That's external evidence, right? Again, being fucking my mugshot, having fucking wanted posters in the precinct, right? Having fucking all types of shit. Name in the school fucking district for being kicked out of school so many times, right? At one point in District 30 elementary school, 5th grade, I had more suspensions and more, I was kicked out more times than people who had already finished high school. And I was still at elementary school in District 30 in Long Island City, Astoria, right? It's crazy shit. My name there. Now my name is in magazines, right? Now my name is on government plaques, right? Congress, presidential, right? Freaking Senate, council, right? Assembly, public advocate, and then tons of other organizations. Local and global organizations have honored me for my work and my commitment. That's evidence that the shit that I did internally has worked outside. It's literally featured in Dear New York. 4-page spread in the book, right? 4-page spread in the book. 2 fucking mega billboards in Grand Central Station, right? A fucking jumbotron that had 2 photos, a quote, and then on the other side had a close-up of my eyes. One, it was so big. One eye was on one image, one thing, and the other eye was on the other thing. That's evidence of the transformation working. It's not all about the money, and that's where a lot of us get fucked up because we think we change, we put this work in, it has to be a monetary thing. And the monetary thing, if that's what you want, if that's what you need for your life, for your mission, is going to come so long as you stay committed. So long as you stay committed and you are committed to your mission and bringing your vision into fruition, if you need money to manifest that shit gonna come. The opportunity's gonna come. You just got to seize the moment and take it, right? Because it's there, right? It's there, and the bigger the vision, the bigger the challenge. If my vision was just to build a single thing, right? Even if it was just to build a university, Neural Soul Liberation University, if it was just that, if it was solely that, and I was focused only on that one thing, right? Again, I understand people who do focus on the one thing. Cool. That's not me. But if I was focused on just that one thing, I would already have the money for it. Already. That's not my focus. My focus is a little bit bigger. It's part of the mission. My mission is a little bit bigger. So it's going to take a little more time. And I understand, and understand that. So I'm faithful to the mission. I'm faithful to the vision. I'm faithful to the cause. I'm faithful to the motherfucking process. I'm faithful to the promise, right? The promise is that what you think will manifest. What you put out will come back, right? Who you are is the result that you will get mirrored back to you. For my peace, love, happiness, joy, prosperity. Shit is coming back tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, right? So now we talk about internal and external results just a little bit more. Before your life actually changes externally, changes internally. Again, you become more aware, you become more disciplined, you become more aligned, right? Eventually, I've said it 5 times already today, it shows up on the outside. You become it though, before you see it. So people like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. Those are haters. Those are not even haters. Those are naysayers. Those are non-believers, right? Oh, I'll see it. No, I'll believe it when I see it. No. You don't see it until you believe it. You don't see it until you become it. Until you become, like, my ambition is to be the healthiest person on earth and to be the wealthiest person on earth. How do I get there? By showing up every single fucking day and doing the work, understanding that, yes, wealth is economic, but wealth is also health. Right? Wealth is also relationships, right? Wealth is also a vision and a commitment to that vision. Wealth is also energy. So I'm already one of the healthiest people on earth, and I'm already one of the wealthiest people on earth. So now keep working, and then other people will start, yo, you're really healthy. Wow, you're the healthiest person I know. wow, you're really wealthy. Wow, you're the wealthiest person I know. And then it grows and it grows and it grows. And then as the internal growth or progress continues to as the internal transformation continues to expand, eventually now we got 10 million. Now we got $100 million. Now we got a $500 million company. Now we got a $1 billion brand. Now we got a $1 trillion brand. Whoa. Now we got a $10 trillion brand that we've built. And we employ 10,000 people, 20,000 people around the world. And we provide housing for millions of people and food and clean water, right? And clinics, right? And holistic care, reversing so-called incurable illnesses and diseases. Right. And this is where I need all of you guys who got, especially this shit ain't about me doing this shit. It's about us coming together as Ujima, collective work and responsibility. It's about us pulling our thoughts together, pulling our resources together, saying, can we please come under this umbrella of a world healing system and work in our own ways, keep our own income, but commit to putting a percentage, like a fucking church, but we ain't a church, right? Can we put 5%, 10% of what we make in a year, in a month, into this fund so that when people need, right, we can provide, but also that we can build the schools, we can build the houses, we can build the clinics, right? We could build the mobile fucking health units. We could build all of the things that we're all saying that we need. Better systems. We're all saying, every single person I spoke to, to some degree, in the last 19 years since I've been home, 18 since I've been committed to this work, have said in one way or another, we need better systems. We need a better education system. We need better healthcare system. We need better housing systems. We need a better economic system. We need better spiritual religious systems. We need better things, and that's what we're striving to build, right? So again, you become it before you actually see it. So you trust yourself fully, right? It's not about faith. We think often outside, right? Invisible force, and having faith in that. Yes, your vision is invisible, so have faith in your vision. Your mission is not something that you see, right? You don't see your mission, right? You know it in your heart, but you have faith in that, right? You do understand, overstand, and understand that there is power outside of you, and your brother and your sister, and just in the atmosphere, right? So you have faith in that, but it's deeper than that shit, man. It's deeper than that shit. It's about trusting your fucking self. Trusting yourself, trusting that you are growing, trusting that you are learning. I'm learning, I'm growing. Trusting that you are becoming. We are all becoming. The question is, are you becoming who you want to become? Is it intentional and is it on purpose? Because too often, I've seen it in my life and I've seen it in the lives of others. We become things that it wasn't intentional. We become angry, we become bitter, we become poor, we become sick, right? We become broke, we become violent, right? You said what? We become addicted. We become a lot of things that's like, damn, how did I get here? I've been there like, oh shit, like how did I become this person? Because we were living on autopilot. We wasn't intentional and conscious of each decision that we made and how we reacted, how we responded, right? How we poured into ourselves, who poured into us, right? Who poured into who poured into us, right? What we were listening to, what we were watching, what we were eating, and what we were consuming. We wasn't so conscious about that, right? But I'll tell you a truth, and this is one of the most important truths. Faith is trusting yourself. That is the major part of the process. Do you have faith in who you're becoming? Do you have faith in your ability to get the job done? Do you have faith in your ability to bring this vision that you conjured up, that God gave to you? Do you have faith in your ability to handle that shit, to do the job, and to do it the right way? Most people don't. And that's why most people never really live their dreams. They never achieve anything worthwhile, even to them, right? They just try to get by. They just want to scrape by. They just want to get out of Dodge, right? Cool. Everybody got a different purpose. But for those of us who want to become our best selves, who want to accomplish the unthinkable, right? The impossible, shit that other people say, nah, you can't do that. What make you think you're going to do that? I love Steve Harvey's story when he talks about when he was 10 years old, he wrote in the paper, I want to be on TV. And the teacher called him to the front of the classroom, and he thought, because nobody had said they wanted to be on TV, she was calling in the front of the classroom to like congratulate him and like shout him out, like, wow, that's so good. She called him in front of the classroom to embarrass him. To be like, who you know that been on TV? You got to study. You don't even talk straight. Who you know in your family been on TV? Who you know in this town been on TV? Ain't nobody been on TV. You ain't going to be on TV. You ain't going to be on TV. Steve Harvey said every year he sent her a TV. Every year for Christmas he sends her a TV. Because he was like, I have faith in myself. I seen it. I felt it. I knew it. I don't give a fuck what you think, what you say. I'm holding on to this shit. And he did that shit. Do a lot of sacrifice. If you know Steve Harvey's story, slept in the car for 3 years, right? Lost his family, lost everything 2 times, right? And whether you like him or not, the motherfucker is extremely successful, right? In a lot of different ways, right? Some of you may say, well, he's not that successful. He's been divorced, this and that. Cool. He's married now. He's happy. He's thriving, right? Success, right? In spite of the naysayers, in spite of the doubters, in spite of the fucking haters, in spite of the failures and the sacrifices and the losses, right? So this, we talk about faith and transformation, connects to everything. Everything that we talk about connects to everything that we've talked about, right? Awareness, seeing a fucking path, discipline, staying consistent, design. Remember, design your life. How do you design a life that allows you to grow automatically, right? Building your life, building systems and structures in your life, in your day. I wake up, I meditate, I pray. Most days I might work out right away, or I may do my show notes. I do my show, and then it might be a workout after that, right? Check some emails, check some notes, do a little communication, right? Like, design your life and then heal. Healing. You clear the fucking way. You get rid of all the trauma, all of the muck. Like, it's like going through it. You just get rid of all of the shit that's been there, that's inside of you, all of your own bullshit. You heal through that shit. You clear the fucking way. And faith is what keeps you moving through all of it. So my vision for myself and for the world is creating this fire, passion inside of people, right? Helping to remind them of their passions, of their purpose, right? The vision is like, imagine you can stay committed even when you don't see the results. That's what I want for the world. People to stay committed to their goals, to their dreams. Because people set goals. A lot of people set goals. They set New Year's resolutions. They have dreams. They have ambitions. But they don't stay committed. Why? Because they don't see the results immediately. It ain't happened yet. It's been 3 months. It's been 6 months. It's been 5 years. How bad do you want it to happen? Is it not worth working on it your whole life? Like, you're just going to go back to what you've been doing? Again, instant gratification. Fun, right? People, what do you do for fun? What I do for fun is this. This shit is fun to me. And if you want to talk about other fun, I play games, right? I love jokes. I love comedy. I love movies, right? It's fun. I love parks, right? Amusement parks, theme parks. I love museums. But that's all of that is part of the work, right? Is experiencing and learning is part of the vision and part of the mission to live life fully, right? So that's what I want for the world. People to stay committed to their goals, even when they don't see the results, whether it's fitness goals, health goals, financial goals, family goals, relationship goals, parenting goals, whatever goals you have. Stay committed even when you don't see the results yet. That's a different level of discipline. That's a different level of commitment. That's a different level of faith. It's a different level of being and becoming, right? And that's where real transformation happens. It's when you do the shit just because. You wake up, this is just who I am now. It's just who I am. It's not even tied to a result anymore. I'm detached from the result. Yes, I set a goal, I set a result, but at some point you get detached. I became detached from $50 million a while ago, right? Still need $50 million 100%, right? But I became detached from it. I was detached from it actually early on, right? Going into it, I was ready to detach from it. But set it, cool, let's push, get a little frustrated, cool, let's detach even more, do the thing, show up, continue to talk about it, cultivate that shit, fine tune that shit, put that shit back out there, right? We're going outside in 2 days, cramp this shit back up, right? So that's what I want for people, man. Like, transform your life by staying committed. You don't see the fucking results. You ain't getting no evidence from no accolades yet, right? None of the benefits that you were looking for, but you're looking for it. It's already there. The growth is happening inside of you. It's changing your brain, your mind, your heart, your spirit. All right. So I want to ask you guys, man, where in your life do you need more faith right now? Where in your life do you need more faith right now? Where are you doubting the process? I just said it for me, right? I was doubting the process that we could generate $50 million. And I guess I could use I'm not really doubting it. I guess I started doubting it for the 50 days. But I know it's still possible. I know that At any given point, somebody could hear something, somebody could tell somebody something, and somebody could give $1 million, somebody can get $5 million, and before you know it, they got their friends and we can still hit it. Right? So where in your life do you need more faith right now? For me, again, maybe it's this situation. Maybe it's no, I have a lot of faith with my situation with my children. I have a lot of faith there. Not doubting that. I was doubting the process before. I think I could use more faith in relation to my mother and her taking her health, taking her power back for her health. Right? I lose faith. I've kind of lost a little bit of faith in her. Right? She eats the bullshit. She doesn't do the exercise no more. Stop going to the gym. Right? And every couple of weeks, couple of months, she got an issue of back hurt. This is hurt. This bothering her, and she's crying. And right. So I could use more faith in relation to my mother and her well-being. Right. So yeah, man. Before tomorrow, I just keep going in one area, man. Keep fucking going in. Keep going in one area, even if you don't see the results yet. Trust that shit. Just keep going. Keep working on that shit tonight. Get back to it. The thing that you put down last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, pick it back up. Get back to it. Oh, stop because I didn't see the results. Oh, it's too difficult. It's too hard. Work through that shit. Work through that shit. And so, last question. What are you trusting? What are you trusting right now? Even if you don't see it yet. I already know. I'm trusting everything. I'm trusting the fact that my children love me, know that I love them. I will reconnect with them at an appointed time. It's really not up to me. All I can do is my part, show up, try to communicate, right? We in court, right? I got an attorney now. Like, that's all I could do. I'm trusting that. I'm trusting that I am going to become the healthiest person in the world. I'm trusting that I am going to become the wealthiest person in the world. I'm trusting that we will raise $50 million, right? If it's not now, then it's going to be eventually, right? And we're going to need a lot more than that, right? And people who are not stepping in right now, and there's no disrespect to anybody, it's going to be harder to step in later, right? Because when I'm at a certain level, cool, I don't need your $100 no more. Like, thank you, but you can give it to somebody over there. And not that I was too big to communicate. No, we're going to communicate, but like, I like Magic Johnson said. Magic Johnson said, why would I spend time talking to somebody about $1 million idea when I got meetings for $100 million ideas? He says, no disrespect to you. I'm just at a different level, right? And somebody will say, oh, that's fucked up. You forgot where you came from. No, I'm building some shit. But like, again, based on relationship, I can tell you where you could go with that $1 million. Go over there, put it over there. I got these people over here. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm trusting. That is what I'm trusting. So to close out, just remember, man, you don't got to see the whole path. You don't got to see the whole path. You don't see the whole staircase. You don't see the top of the mountain. You just keep fucking going. Just keep walking. Keep stepping. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Trust that you're going to get there, right? When you set out on a road trip, I always use this example, from New York to California. You trust that you're going to get there. You know that there may be some roadblocks. You may get a flat tire. You are going to need to rest. You are going to need to gas up. So it's not a straight shot, right? Growth, the path is not linear, right? It's not straight. You laugh when I say that word, linear. How do you say it?
It's linear.
Linear, linear.
Linear.
Linear, linear. Linear sounds like somebody's leaner than the other person. Linear. I talk how I talk, man. You know what I mean?
Linear. It sounds like someone's name.
It does. It is. It's my name. I'm linear, right? Growth is not linear, right? You just keep fucking going, keep fucking walking, knowing that there's bumps, there's bruises, there's stops, there's detours, there's red lights, you got to reverse, go back sometime and come back around the other side. All that shit is part of the motherfucking process. Trust that you will get there, though. You may be a little later than you wanted to, but it's better to be late than to be gone and not show up the fuck at all, right? Yeah, you want to be early. Cool. That's the goal. Leave on time, check all your stuff, and that's a preparation. 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Sometimes you get a flat tire, you ain't got a spare, it takes you a little longer. If you got a spare, know how to change a tire, get back on the road a little bit longer. I mean, a little bit quicker, right? So prepare, but know that there's some things you can't prepare for. And that's when you just let go, let God, have faith, trust that all of this is part of the process. As long as I get there, even if I'm a little bit behind, You got to communicate with some folks. Yo, listen, I'm running behind. This thing happened, that thing happened, but I'm gonna get there. I'll be there as soon as I can. Right. But that is our stream for tonight, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's go read some of these comments. KK said your sowing season is not your reaping season. That's a fact. But know that everything that you sow, you will reap. All right. Talk your shit. I share your peace and love. Any PPC, what's going on? I don't need more faith. I need more action. Powerful. Frank said, Sefu said, I don't have faith. I know I need to explain my visions clearly. I need to have grace with people to understand the vision. I am trusting that my ancestors will walk with me. Ashe. Yo, listen, man, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Day 34, Faith and Transformation. Holy cow. What a fucking vibe. What are we talking about tomorrow? Let's pull this up real quick. Tomorrow is day 35. What are we talking about for day 35? They keep slamming that door. What's day 35? Hold on one second. Day 35 is hold on. What's day 35? Day 35. Hold on. Where is it? Because I definitely want you guys to tune into all this shit. Boom. All right. Vision, day 30. We are at day 35 already. It's community wellness initiatives. Super dope. Super powerful. We got some shit already going on. There's some more shit going on. KK doing her motherfucking group thing. She's killing it. I'm loving that for her and her crew. But yeah, man, tune in tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 p.m. to 9:30, 10 p.m. We're going to be right here, YouTube Live. Tell a friend. And let's keep building, man. All we got is faith. And all we got is us. And that's all we fucking need. Have a good night. Peace.